I guess it's just about quitting time. It's about 5:30, and I went ahead and downloaded Honda Tuning Suite. I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of people telling me that I've got to try it. It's, you know, how awesome it is, how good it is, how much more it can do than Chrome, this and that. Basically, yeah, I downloaded. Jesus Christ, yeah, I got some window issues. Basically, I downloaded it. I went through it real quick, and yeah, it's fucking amazing. It's as good as everyone is saying it is. It's way, like, undescribably better than Chrome. It's like, from what people are saying, it's like a EC2 and a Neptune, like a hybrid of those two tuning softwares. I've never used either one of those, so I don't know, but that's what people are saying. And you got to pay for those, you know. That's not free shit you can just download and use. But Honda Tuning Suite, it is free, just like Chrome, but it does so much more. So just real quick, I'm just gonna kind of hook it up and kind of go through the, you know, settings and the options and the shit you can mess with. I'm just gonna show you all real quick, and maybe write a base map. Right now it's still running on Chrome. You know, it's gonna have a bit of a learning curve. It's different than Chrome. It has different shortcut keys, because I got real used to shortcut keys on Chrome. I'm just gonna have to learn the Honda Tuning Suite, but it looks like it's gonna be pretty easy to get the hang of it. But yeah, let me just bring my car up to the bay, and I need to grab my laptop and show you how badass Honda Tuning Suite really is. Tuning Suites. That felt like I said that weird. All right, let me just grab my computer. Yeah, I started sanding it. I need to pull off the vinyl and prep the fender, and I think, you know what, I'm not even gonna say what color I'm gonna paint it, because I change my mind like every other day. So I'm not gonna, I guess it'll be somewhat of a surprise. And of course I've got glare. I'm always fighting glare. Get the smallest amount of oil in the lens, and it just goes fucking crazy. Alright, sweet, there we go. So, let's get into it. I'm going to hook up, I've got the Ostrich and the Hue-Log, and one really cool thing is once you get the Hue-Log and the Ostrich working and running on Chrome, the Chrome tuning software, it works right away with the Honda Tuning Suites. Like, once you get the COM port settings, everything figured out, all that shit, it just transfers right over. And yeah, it just works just how it does on Chrome. So I'm gonna open up the I'm gonna call it HTS, Honda Tuning Suite. I'm gonna open up HTS and just show you what it's like starting from scratch. Pin incorrect. What the fuck? Okay, caps lock. So let me just exit out. No, I don't want to save. Yeah, I was kind of playing around with it. That's Chrome. Yeah, you know, I do want to save that, because I have Chrome as like my. I had Chrome pretty fucking dialed in. Like, it was. I got this car running really good off of Chrome, because I had just started like data logging and logging the AFRs and everything like that, and I was able to really fine tune it and just get it running really good. So here we are. We're opening HTS, Honda Tuning Suite, and okay, that's kind of like the map I was looking at before I closed out. That's weird. I thought it would like kind of just, you know, start from scratch. But okay, to open up a fresh file and start 100% from scratch, you go to File. Hold on. You're gonna go to File. You're gonna go to New, and select the OBD1 ECU if that's what you're using. That's what I'm using, and then from here, the best option here is supposed to be the version 1.13 prototype base ROM. That's what you're going to want to select. And then from here, you know, you just select the map sensor. It lists all these aftermarket map sensors, but this car just has a stock 1.75 bar. You can go ahead and make some tweaks to the boost columns. You can set your boost cut. This is all just like, you know, base map type stuff. Set your percentage of fuel that you want to add in the boost tables. We'll do 130%. I'm just screwing around. I basically just want to fire the car up with the, you know, starting from scratch pretty much. My injectors, they are the RDX injectors. Some people say they're 440, some people say they're 410. I'm just going to do 410cc. Injector battery offsets. It should have, yeah, RDX. This has them listed at 440cc. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and select that because that is what I have. Let's see here. You can select your transmission. And this is just the Civic Diesel Y80. Oops. I think that's what I have. Shit, I don't even know. What are the options here? Y7, it's not the Y7. You know what? I'm just gonna select that. This is the EX. It's got the short gear ratio transmission. Okay, so everything looks good. Next, okay, and then from here you can select the actual base map. Like this will be the fuel and ignition tables. And right off the bat, it's got a lot more options than Chrome. Chrome has like fucking 6 options on the free version. But on this is the free version. It's all free, and it's already got all these options, like, you know, D15, all the D15s, H series. I see D16, Z6, B16, B17, B18. It's got the C1, the C4, F22, B20. And people are using this to actually run K series as well. So I'm going to select, I guess, the Z6. P28, 304. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to go with that and see if it runs. Okay, and then from here, you come up to emulator, connect, and this is going to connect to the Ostrich. Okay, and then data log. If you click the start data log, and that's going to connect to the Hue log, and the Hue log is what actually shows the live data feed. So I'm going to connect to that, and I'm going to see if the car starts. Oh yeah, see, the key's got to be forward, or so it'll kind of act a little crazy. Emulator, upload base ROM, and calibration. Okay, let's see if it starts. Does start. See where the AFR is sitting. It's probably gonna be way off. Ooh, but the check engine light is on. What's up with that? Okay, now it's off. Sometimes I've noticed when I switch back and forth between the Chrome tuning and Honda Tuning Suite, I'll get a cell, but just turn it off and on, and it doesn't come back after that. So yeah, it's running really lean. I might have to mess with like the injector offset, but the point of this video isn't to actually start, like, you know, fine tuning. But here, just real quick, I can go to data log, start data logging, and it'll highlight the cell that the car is in, just like Chrome. So if I come in here, and one thing I can't figure out is how to adjust the cells live. Whenever I'm not data logging, you do control up and down, and it'll, you know, add or take away from the value of the cell. But when you're data logging, I can't figure out how to actually adjust the cell live while it's data logging. I have to actually come in here and type in the value that I want in there. So just real quick, I'm gonna try and get it to like 14.7 just for the sake of the video. I gotta actually type in the cells. Where am I at? 15, 14.9, say 122. But yeah, the cell, it is data logging. But the issue that I'm having is, if you know, please comment below, because this is a big learning curve. You know, it's not the same as Chrome. There's a lot more to this software than Chrome. But if you know how to make adjustments while you're data logging, please let me know, because that's going to help a lot. It really sucks having to click the cell you're in to make adjustments. But okay, I got the car idling, and I'm just gonna kind of go through the parameters and just the shit you can adjust, and just show you how cool the software is. So here in the parameter tab, you've got main settings, fuel ignition corrections, 3-step, launch control, full throttle shift, burnout control, boost settings, output settings, protection settings, and extra options. So just in the main settings tab, it's gonna fucking blow up and have a lot of settings. Options and sensors, you can come in here and kind of disable some cells, disable codes. You know, if you got check engine lights for certain reasons, you can disable. Whoa, that was a little nuts. Yeah, basically, you know, just deleting codes like that. Ignition, advanced, custom trigger pattern, idle settings. From here, you can adjust your IAC valve. Car is idling a little high, so I can just take away from the IAC and the idle will just drop live. Idle while moving, blah blah blah. Engine coolant temp. I'm going to go through a little bit faster. I'm kind of going too slow. VTEC settings. Your VTEC settings, you can adjust like the load in which VTEC engages. Disable the VTEC speed check, so it'll, I guess, I don't know, engage while you're just revving and not moving. Blah blah blah. Rev limits. Looks like you got cold, warm. You can do a fuel cut or ignition cut. From what I hear, an ignition cut rev limiter sounds a lot cooler than fuel cut. You know, be more like bang and popping and just making a bunch of racket. So I'm looking forward to playing with that. Let's see here. Mill shift light. Of course, you can have the mill turn on at a certain RPM and act as a shift light. Closed loop, just, you know, O2 sensor stuff. Map sensor. Here you can select if you have an aftermarket map sensor. Let's see. TPS sensor. I guess it's got an option for a custom TPS voltage. You can adjust the voltage at 0 and 100. Fan control. Oh, this is a really cool feature. Yeah, you can't do this with the free version of Chrome. You can actually control when the fan turns on. So right there, I need to change the settings, but right now it's 81 degrees Celsius, and I dropped it to 80 degrees and the fan turned on. So if I go up 2 degrees, it'll turn off. Fan turns off. Basically, if I get the number here, you know, I can just adjust when the fan turns on. I just think that's so freaking cool. It's gonna just help the motor run cooler and you know, be more efficient. And you can adjust the fan output pin. There's a lot of that. I'm going to show you some stuff, and there's a lot of that where you can actually select the exact pin you want for like an input or output. For example, fuel ignition corrections, injector calibration. Okay, I'm going to have to get to that later. I'm going to go through this list. Injector calibration, individual cylinder trims, crank and fuel, engine coolant temp corrections, IAT corrections, idle ignition corrections, tip-in ignition corrections, TPS, tip-in and out corrections, gear corrections, ignition dwell. So many settings. Launch control, 2-step. You can, you know, of course, retard the timing, add fuel to really build boost as you're bouncing off the 2-step with the anti-lag. Full throttle shift. You know, of course, that's, you don't have to take your foot off the pedal. When you push the clutch in, there's like it acts as a rev limiter, and you could adjust how or where the RPMs drop to between shifts while you're just, you know, pedal to the metal. Basically, like, it's like a third rev limiter. Burnout control. Let's see, we have boost settings, boost cut, boost controller. Yeah, that's going to be an option that you could, you know, select the pin. Where's it at? Activate inputs. Yeah, it'll like list, you know, pin B8, D4, blah blah. Like, you just basically pick an input to use. And I haven't even got to the thing I'm really excited about. Let's see, output settings. One thing I'm really excited to try here at Extra Options, you have sorry, still getting over this damn sickness. Flex Fuel. I'll have the option to get a Flex Fuel sensor, and it'll detect the alcohol content, and you can adjust the fuel corrections based on the alcohol content. Because before with Chrome, I did run, Jesus Christ, sorry, it's really loud on the shop. I did tune it for 85 with Chrome, but every time I would get 85, the alcohol content would be just a little bit different, and I would have to constantly make tweaks every time I foot up my tank with 85. But with this way, I can get a Flex Fuel sensor, wire it in to, I don't know, for example, pin D12 is the EGR input, and of course I'm not using a EGR system, so I can wire in the Flex Fuel sensor to pin D16, and from there I can start making enter corrections. It'll detect the alcohol content and, you know, add a certain percentage of fuel depending on the alcohol content. Basically, it tunes itself. That I'm really excited for that. Let's see, IEB activation, secondary map. Just so many settings. It's so freaking cool. I can't get over it. I'm like fanboying over this Honda Tuning Suite. But back to the tables. As it warmed up, it kind of floated over to these, and it's lean again. 200. Oh, the idle dropped when I lowered the IAC valve. That's what it was. 17. Still pretty lean. 140. I'm just playing around with it. I'm just trying to get the AFR back to 140. I mean 14.7. I'm tapping in 140. I'm trying to get the idle to 140. 15.3. I really wish I knew how to make the value of the cell go up and down as it's data logging. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the data log, disconnect. So when I'm disconnected, all you have to do is push Control and up or down on the arrows. Well, now it's gonna make you look stupid, aren't you? Sure is. Come on. Wow. Now it's not doing it at all. But, okay, if I come over to edit, it tells me to increase selection, control up, decrease selection, control down. It tells me the short keys for that, but when I do that, it does not listen to me. It does not listen. Control up. Does not listen to what I'm trying to tell it. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but it's going to be really frustrating tuning this car this way, having to click on the individual cells. I want to be able to tune as it's data logging. And of course it's got the AFR maps, just like Chrome. Alright, sorry, my buddy had called me. But the AFR, it's not accurate right now, because you gotta, every time you data log the AFR, you gotta adjust the offset. You've got to sync up the AFR reading on the software to the gauge, and I haven't done that, but it's still, I forgot I disconnected. Connect. Blah 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 blah. There we go. And yeah, I mean, that's just a quick run through. I'm still learning. I don't fully know how to use the Honda Tuning Suite, but I can tell it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so much better than Chrome, and I can't wait to just really get to know the software and be able to show you guys and teach you all the in and outs of Honda Tuning Suite, because this is basically a game changer. Still under development, they're still updating, and there's a lot of support out there. There's a Facebook page. It's called like Honda Tuning something or other. Damn, if I remember it, I'll post it in the description. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. If you like it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.